Welcome to Mystic Moon's Libra. Libra, I'm here with my little muse, Cherokee. She's waiting for an anticipation when I'm going to fill this up with something that we both can enjoy together. She's all anticipating it. She says true love is when we share the same drinks. Not quite my style, but that's what she likes. Anyway, Libra, today is the middle of the month. Libra, I don't know how far I'll get on the mid-May readings, but let's start off with you. Libra, I see this reading being for anyone with strong Libra energy. Do you have a Libra sun, a Libra moon, Libra rising? Do you have Libra in the first house? Is Libra your signature sign? If you have strong Libra energy, this is a reading for you. Libra, I don't know if I have enough room. Literally, I have about a palm-sized room to maneuver. I guess I do play a little bit of favoritism with this one. I suppose I do. I should just push her off. Say go, go, go. But she's so cute. Cherokee. She literally is my best cat. She knows all the rules. She rolls pretty much with the punches. She tries her best to be my number one lieutenant. I am highly flattered by this cat. So therefore, I cannot move her. All I have is just a palm-sized room to do my reading. Hello, hello, Miriam. How are you doing tonight? Oh, thank you for the like. Yes, we're about to do Libra reading. Just trying to gently move this cat away. He's kind of lodged. Maybe I can go and use that. Well, maybe we can just work around her for now. We'll work around her for now. I'm doing much better today. I had a busy day, and I've been slowly unwinding, and I think I'm finally unwinding. This is a little girl. When chances are, if you see a calico, calicos are typically girls, just like orange cats are typically boys. Typically. Like a 95% chance, 98% chance. And her name is Mystic Cherokee. She gave me a little bit of room, so I guess we can begin our reading. She's actually the namesake of the channel. I named this channel after her. Should call it like 1,000,001 cat videos. Almost the same. Each reading a semi-homage to the cat, the gato, the gatita. All right. So reading for Libra. Libra, this is just to go and see what is in your energy. What message that I can share for you watching now. And what I have for you, Libra, I have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck energy is Judgment. Lovers, King of Cups, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups. pretty directed energy, despite it being Seven of Cups. Must be the flames of creativity is bubbling around someone. Quiet little one. And that fell out, Libra, but I want to pull. Yeah, so when one cat is happy, the other cat is unhappy. Such is life. Anyway, we'll just ignore him meowing in the background. Quiet. All right. So that's Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups gets a Knight of Wands. A Five of Cups. An Ace of Wands. Libra. I have the energy here of, do I call it renovation? Do I call it not quite reincarnation, but definitely reinvention? I have reinvention. That's a better word, more accurate word. Of course, Seven of Cups and Death is Scorpio energy. So is Five of Cups. Libra, you may know somebody with significant Scorpio energy, or you yourself may have Scorpio energy. Of course, Libra, keep in mind as well, we have just come out of the full moon in Scorpio just a few days ago. Could even be considered a few hours ago, for that matter, in the time span that we're still in that week. Anyway, there is significant Scorpio energy, and what I have here is the energy of transformation, reinvention. Scorpio, there are many solutions. Yes, there are many solutions, Scorpio, to solve any problem. You're not just limited by one. Oh, did I say Scorpio? Sorry, I got carried away, Libra, with the Scorpio energy. There are many ways, Libra, to approach things. One of the ways that I'm definitely getting, Libra, is you could go off and approach entirely new methodologies, look in new directions, contact new people. Also, what I'm getting, Libra, is if you feel strongly enough about it, and of course I have plenty of strong emotions all in here. If you feel strongly enough about it, Libra, you could also go and dig up the past. However, Scorpio, as I said, strong Scorpio energy. Out of my 5 cards, 3 are Scorpio. However, Libra, are you meeting a Scorpio? Do you have significant Scorpio energy in your chart? There is strong Scorpio here. There is transformation, Libra. And with that transformation, that reinvention, it encourages you, Libra, not to go down past avenues, even though, Libra, it may be tempting to go and see if you can finally achieve the what ifs that have affected you or left such a deep impact. Also, too, Libra, to know that in those situations that left such a deep impact, did you also leave a similar type of impression to the other side of the situation? I do think, Libra, in the energy that I have here, fire and water, extreme Scorpio energy, an Ace of Wands. Although I know it's hard, it's a little useless to go and I think have thoughts like that, Libra, because they prevent you from imagining all the new ways you could be acting. Very much so. We'll go and find out more. Let's see, Libra. I'm not going to clarify the Five of Cups. Let's, Libra, first clarify the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. I have Knight of Cups. Very deep emotions. By the way, I already said, Libra, that the Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Scorpio, the Tower, or was it the Death? The Death card, bottom of the deck energy was all Scorpio. I also read my Knight of Cups as Scorpio. There definitely is some Scorpio factor here in this reading, Libra. So Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and I want this card. Three of Swords, which of course Three of Swords is Libra energy. Well, I'm sure you don't need me to say, Libra, that reflect upon the lessons and the knowledge that you've gained. You don't need me to say that, Libra, especially with matters that get you excited. And basically what I'm getting here, especially in Seven of Cups, Five of Cups energy under Knight of Wands, is a caution, Libra. A caution that when you go, or as you go off into new directions, Libra, try not to allow yourself to get too carried away. Have the enthusiasm, Libra, but temper it. Think very clearly, Libra, before you invest any time, or before you invest in any direction or with any person. Think very carefully about what it is you want and communicate that, Libra. Communication is a really big thing here in this reading as well. Openly expressing your feelings, your expectations, also too the hopes of what you're trying to achieve now and ultimately what it is that you want to go and achieve overall, at least right now in your life. Conversations like that are important, Libra. Just like the way little kids get so excited when they talk about what they're going to be when they grow up or what they want to do, how they want to do it. You know, it's funny with adults, those conversations always somehow skew towards the tawdry type of things. And it's often treated as a joke. If it's shared at all, if it's really shared at all. Maybe because the adult dreams are typically condensed into the average formula of love and money, love and career. But there are other avenues that compose the way and the environment of how you'll meet that love and how you'll work that career. And those sorts of dreams, Libra, are what you should think about, you should daydream about, you should consider. Five of Cups. I have the Moon. I have Ace of Swords. And I have King of Pentacles. Almost a little, well, it's a Five of Cups, but I was about to say almost a little morbid for a Five of Cups. Libra, in this energy, of course, I still have that feeling deeply. Also a decision, by the way, Ace of Swords is also Libra energy. But it's like the decision to invest again. You know, don't get caught up too deeply. Think about where things are going, how you want, what you're working on right now. What is it that you ultimately want to do? Thinking about having conversations and keeping those thoughts active and sharing them with the people that you meet. While this Five of Cups is kind of rationing out just how much you share those resources. The next time you find someone or a situation that makes you excited, how much to temper yourself, how long to give the next situation that seems promising, that seems interesting, that hits you in a deep manner that you can't ignore but only have to acknowledge. But the energy, as I said here, is a bit miserly, a little bit morbid, only because it's rationing. How much to give? How much to give of the emotion? How much to also reveal with the Ace of Swords? Even too with a High Priestess energy. So let me also say this too, Libra. Don't allow yourself to be hardened. What you're being asked here for is to transform, not to harden, to speak your emotions more clearly, not to hide them. You know, Libra, what you've learned is a beautiful thing, Libra. And who you are now, who you were then, they're both very beautiful energies, Libra. You went through a lot, Libra, to become the person that you are. There's no reason to go back, Libra. Just improve upon what you have. Grow who you've become. And don't harden yourself. Don't close yourself off. Don't allow disappointment, Libra, to color your future actions, especially when, Libra, there are so many emotions, so many situations, so many people, so many ideas yet, Libra, for you to discover, for you to create, for you to be. So don't harden yourself off. Definitely think about your, think and communicate more. I guess that's what I mean to say. This is almost a cautionary energy with the Five of Cups. Because the moon, feeling deeply, is a beautiful state. Also, too, being able to speak about your emotions, about your wants, needs, and desires, that's also a very beautiful state. It lets people know exactly where you're coming from, Libra. And there's no need to ration off those decisions. If someone is worthy enough, Libra, of you getting to know them, let them know what your expectations are. Let them know what it is that you've been working on, where you hope to go, what you want to do. But don't harden yourself, Libra. So Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. I have a King of Swords. I have a King of Cups. And I have a Six of Pentacles. Definitely, Libra, there is the energy here of, be cautious, of course, on how much you give, how much time you give, how much resources you give, how much attention you give. Because you want to make sure that whomever you're giving that to, Libra, they understand where you're going. Even if you don't know exactly where you're going, you have an idea. Or, as I said, think and daydream and plan. Get back to that child energy, Libra. What I'm going to be when I grow up, where I'm going to be by the summer, what I'm going to be doing by the winter, what I'm going to be doing next year. What I'm doing now, what I hope to be doing, what I'm working towards doing. Don't close yourself off into just, I want, the basics. You want a roof over your head and you want food in your belly. There's much more to life than that. And with the people that you are, the situations that you will be around, you want to make sure that you're not around people who will see things on such a basic level, especially when, again, there's so many different avenues to go and explore life to or explore life in. And Ace of Wands clarified by a King of Swords, King of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Libra. This is actually rather interesting. So we do have these overtones, right, of, options, but creativity, imagination. I almost want to say, but the word isn't quite right, but fruitfulness. Even though it's a Seven of Cups, there still is the energy of fruitfulness, especially with Seven of Pentacles, the Kings, etc. The ability to have what you want. Just be very clear about what it is. Ability and the tools. Excuse me. I'm like on the tail ends of a cold that's been going on for 3 weeks. So I still have a little bit of a cough. And then today I spent 8 hours with a group of people that were all very, very sick. So hopefully I won't catch their germs. But that's a coughing, dry cough. Anyway, this is interesting because it's almost like you have choices with the Six of Pentacles. You have choices with the Seven of Cups. You have fast movement and choices with the Seven of Pentacles. I will go and throw 2 cards apiece on these kings. I want to know if they are the same person, Libra, someone who is both having their heart and mind in sync. Because also, too, as we were building this out, we did have a lot of water and fire. That's all that we had, water and fire. The acknowledgement of emotion, the passion of emotion. And that King of Swords and King of Cups could very well be the 2 sides of the same individual. Or they could be literally making an option between 2. We'll see. So, that King of Swords. King of Swords gets Judgment. That's interesting. And King of Cups gets Magician. Very, very interesting because these are like the words that are said. And this is also the actions that are made. Both, too, Judgment and Magician are very contingent upon timing. Also, too, I'm going to say that as well. Seven of Cups, clarified by an Ace of Wands with these two kings that are very prevalent about timing, Libra. It's better to go and not let things linger, Libra. Be as clear as possible on the onset, Libra. There's many other avenues to explore, Libra. I'm just saying that that energy is here as well. King of Swords clarified also by a Nine of Swords. So there could be some hesitation, Libra, about speaking clearly, perhaps being too forward, perhaps messing up the whole notion of timing. However, you're under an Ace of Wands. Immediacy is your friend here. And a Magician is accompanied under a King of Cups with a Three of Cups. I say in this energy, Libra, you have some mining to do, Libra. Definitely, Libra. And I think communication, doesn't matter how savvy you are with communication or how you may feel that you are communicating to deaf ears as well. That energy is also here. But if it is deaf ears, Libra, and I only say that too because we already have that Five of Cups, like that past type of experience, or also dealing with someone who situations that have been closed off to you before. Keep in mind that you're in each situation is entirely new. Yes, there are signs, right? There are signs and flags, signs and red flags. You can find that with everything and everyone. But still keep in mind, Libra, although situations do fall into stereotypes, people do adopt characteristics, environments do have certain cadences that can be repeated. You're still in a new situation, a new time, a new group of variables. So be aware, but don't be hardened to it. Be aware and still go and try and be as direct as you can be. Because also, as I said, immediacy will serve you well right now. Also, too, that immediacy will bring you what you want faster. And immediacy will also allow you to see who really is authentic around you and actually has as well the imagination, the drive to support you. You don't want to be with someone who's just, again, with that energy as well that we had, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, where you are giving out more than what you're receiving from the people around you. Libra, that's my message for you right now. Libra, thank you so much for the likes. And Libra, until the next reading, wishing all of you a very nice day. Bye-bye.